Welcome to Spotted Dog Technologies. This video will give you an overview on how to utilize the Rover application. This is the portal side, and to simply do that, you log in on any internet browser utilizing the URL minehillfirstaid.spotteddogtech.com. Enter your username and password, and you can have access to this current page and all the things that you can do here. To edit yourself and your presets, if you scroll down to the bottom, your username will be right down here. Click on that. That will take you to the admin for yourself. You can edit yourself. If you change your email address, you want to change that, you can change that there. If you change your cell phone number, you can change that. Make sure your carrier is selected. If you have eMAG selected, that goes for all carriers. So if your carrier is not listed, just check eMAG. Otherwise, I recommend any of the major carriers that have it use the MMS option. You'll see 4 or 5 different ones for Verizon, Sprint, AT&T. There's quite a few different ones for Cricket. And so forth and so forth. Just click the one there. If you click the plane for using ATT, for example, if you just go with AT&T, your messages will be clipped off at 130 characters. If you put it to MMS, we'll take it up to 500 characters on one message. Ones you see CHOP, it'll say CHOP, for example, over in the Verizon end, or T-Mobile CHOP, it'll break up the message into 3 different messages. So once you've selected your carrier, your user PIN, make note of that, because if your system is designed that we can use PIN based also, and that would be entered on the app side. That would be a colon, to be your phone number, colon, and that PIN number right there, 4-digit PIN. That's automatically generated by the system. If you want to use your home phone, if you think you ought to be calling into the system from your home phone, you can put that in here. Or another number. It doesn't have to be a fax, it could be any other number that you wish. If you are going to use more than one telephone, contact your administrator will enter you in under a separate username. The next tab over is manage your password. You can put your old password in and then change it with your new password. Must be at least 6 characters in length. The next tab, and once you've done that, make sure you hit update. Presets, these are the presets I was referring to. Right now you have this particular user has 9. This is for the EMS31. So they have a lot of different choices here where they can go, what they're going to do. Anytime you want to edit these, obviously you're not going to the hospital, so you have 3 more there you can put in. On the call-in system for the using the 800 numbers or the replying to a text or an email, you need to use presets, and presets are predetermined time. So for example, if it's normally taking you 3 minutes to go from your house to the station, upon receipt of the call, when you hit the button, you can change that. So this here duration is 3 minutes, simply by clicking the edit, changing that to 3 minutes. Okay, and then put 3 minutes. I would suggest putting 3 minutes a scene if you're going to have multiple choices of times. So if you want one for 3 minutes, you want one for 10 minutes, you want one for 15 minutes, you can make those presets up as you go. And the system sees you as in some type of a state at any time where we see you as something. In most cases, you're available. And available means you're just currently not in any of the other states. If you're unavailable, out of service, you're en route, you're in the station, or you're responding. So when you're responding, you're either responding to the station or you're responding to the scene. If you're en route to a hospital. That'll show up on there. And the locations will change the same way. You pick your locations to station scene or hospitals. General users generally don't go to hospitals. There will be on the ambulance already. And once you're done making your changes, click the update. You do have the ability, if you're using a smartphone application, to create a lot more presets, up to 99. I simply keep adding presets here. enter the menu ID. So in this case, it would be 10 would be the next one, and so on and so forth. And you keep adding presets from there. You can copy from other users. If you know your buddy has the users you like, the ones they have, you can scroll down the list and copy from them, whoever that may be, and it saves you from going in and manually changing all of those presets. Once you're done, click the update and move on to the next one. Qualification screen. This is an administrative permission-based portion. You can see them, however, you cannot change them. Your administrators would have to apply these. And basically what you're doing is you're taking from the left box, putting in the right box. General users do not have that ability to do that. Your administrator has that ability and can do that for you, so see him for doing that. Here's another way to make yourself responding or change your status. You can log into the screen, make yourself available, and set your state, and that will send it out to the main system and change your state from responding to available. Or if you want to put yourself out of service, or if you're unavailable, you can do the same thing here. So you can call in through the 800 numbers on the response number, pick your presets that's appropriate there. You can reply to a text or email message, the number of the preset if you know what it is. Or you can do it from the app. There's buttons on the app that say those things right there. So there's many ways you can put your status on the board so everybody knows if you're coming or you're not. On our Manage Notifications, if you wish to receive text messages for alarms, message board, and personal messages and threshold alerts, simply check the box. If you do not, uncheck them. Same thing with emails. If you do not wish to get emails for each one of these separate messaging that we send out, you can simply opt out for that. You're not required to get that. The app alert is done directly in the app, but it will display here on the screen if you are using the app. The mobile device, for any device that you have, whether it be phones or tablets, they simply can be edited from here. You can change the sounds for each of the alarms through here or in the app itself. Simply hit the edit button and do that. Once you're done editing yourself, you can update. You can go back to the home page. And move on to other things. Some of the other things that we offer also, if there's any pre-plans, they will display at the bottom underneath the map right above the messaging. If we hit the reset users, remember this should be a line officer's position to do that. If you do that by accident, you're going to wipe everybody off the screen. And again, this is set up depending upon how your department wants to operate that. Check with your administration on the use and the rules they're going to set for resetting the users. If we click out OK, you see right now we have en route to the hospital and myself responding to the scene. If we click OK, what that'll do is clear them off of the screen, but it will leave everybody in the member status alone. They will not change. You will clear everybody from the above response states. A couple other things that we have on the page up top here. We have documentation support. If you have a problem, you can contact us here at Spotted Dog through that support key. Or Anthony has my contact information. Contact me directly. Documentation, there's two different things in the documentation. One's just a general overview for training slides for the administrators, and the other one is a responder's user guide. The responder user guide goes in greater detail on the dial-in system using the 800 numbers. Under our Rover messaging, you can look at message logs and alarm logs because we're only showing the last 2 messages on the last 3 calls. If you want to look at other calls previous to that, they are in order, the top one being the most current call or a message. The weather tab here is a link to the National Weather Service for the weather in your area, and useful information there if it's needed. There's also a tab for the map. If you click on the map, what it will do is give you a large picture zoomed in on the satellite view of the current call location. The next tab is Jersey Central Power and Light. This is their power outage map, and as you can see, there are power outages in their service areas. You can click on any one of these balloons or triangles, I should say, and they'll give you the people how many people are infected, what's the cause, crew status, and estimated time of restoration. Pretty handy information when you're standing on those wires standbys. The other one is a calendar. The other tab, our last tab, is a calendar, and this is administered by the administrators. General members can view any upcoming events that the administration decides to put up on this calendar here. So this will be a company of, if you have any events coming up, they can be posted here. Check with your administrator for any updates to this here. You click back to the home page. Brings us back to where we started. To log out, simply go to the bottom of the page, just log out next to your username, and it brings you back into your sign-in screen that you'll see when you first come into the portal. Thank you very much for using Spotted Dog Technologies. If you have any questions, please contact your administrator or us here at Spotted Dog Technologies.